G'day guys, Dan Barrett here from Big Smoke Barbecue and 4 Monkeys. On today's video, I'm going to show you guys something a little bit different. I'm going to do some Memphis style dry ribs. So commonly the ribs we get and we eat at home are covered in sauce. This is going to be a dry rib, it's going to be no sauce. It's just going to be rub, smoke, no wrap. It's going to be delicious. Let's get to it. Alright guys, what I've got here is a rack of sun pork spare ribs. Commonly over in the US they use baby backs for this method, but I'm going to use spares today. And straight out of the packet they look pretty good. There's not a lot of trimming to be done. If I was going to be doing it at competition, I'd be doing a heavy trim, but because it's at home, I'm going to leave pretty much all this stuff on. I'm just going to take a little bit of this heavy white fat off, just like so. Because it is just a little bit too heavy, but I'm not going to go too crazy. Just like so. It doesn't need to be pretty either. Flip it over. It's trimmed up pretty well straight out of the packet. I'm just going to take this membrane off the back, starting at the second or third rib, and just getting a knife under there and getting it started. Then getting your finger in there like that. And just see if you can get hold of it all of it at once. Just like that. Might even just take off a little bit of this flap here. Just like that. So now we've got these things trimmed up, we're going to hit them with a couple of rubs today. We're going to layer some flavours in there. First one being the 4 Monkeys home base. It works really well as a base on literally any protein. So a light sprinkle underneath. And then the Loot and Booty everything rub. As the name suggests, it goes literally on everything. Just like so. Beautiful, beautiful looking ribs. Just like so. So they're going to have no sauce, they're going to be no wrap, but we are going to baste them during the cook every hour or so with like a vinegar based mopping sauce. And we'll show you that as we go along. But right now, just getting some rub on it, give it a bit of a pat. It's only for eating for home, so we don't need to be too precious about it. Just like so. Can let that sit for about 20 minutes as usual. Gonna light this GMG up today. We're gonna probably cook it about 250 degrees Fahrenheit. We don't want to get it too high because, as I said, there's gonna be no wrap, so we don't want it to burn. But we'll be back soon. Welcome back guys, it's been about 20 minutes. The ribs are looking absolutely sensational. We've got the GMG rolling at 250. We're going to pop them in up on the top rack up here. And as I said, every hour we're going to heat them with a mop with a bit of a vinegar sauce. And just keep it wet and moist over the cook. But as I said, we're not going to do any wrap and we're not going to do any saucing at the end. Just another dry rub, but we'll be back soon with some mop. So it's been about an hour now, the ribs are humming along nicely, and what I've got here is a vinegar based mopping sauce, and I've used the Swamp Boys bootleg. It's a beautiful sauce, it's very vinegary, it's going to cut through this pork beautifully. So let's, as you can see here, look at that, the rub's really starting to dry off, so I'm going to start applying this mop. So I'm going to apply it every hour or so, but all we're going to do is just mop it over by dabbing it. Don't need to brush it, just dab, and that is looking sensational. Still a long way to go yet, but these are coming along perfectly. So it's been about 3 or 4 hours now, and I've been basting these ribs every hour with some of that mop that I had, and they're looking sensational. I think they're done now. They're probing really soft between the bones. If you were to take an internal temperature, it's 210 degrees Fahrenheit between the bones, but it's really soft, get nice pull back on the bones along here. So I think it's time to pull these off, give them another light dusting of our rub, and we'll slice these up and we'll get stuck into them. So it's come down to this guys, We had these beautiful ribs here from Sun Pork. We hit them with a couple of rubs to start off with, which is the Four Monkeys home base and the Luton Booty everything. We then hit it on the pit at 250 Fahrenheit for about 4 hours. We mopped it every hour. It's super soft, it's super tender. We're gonna hit it with one more rub. The Four Monkeys pork rub. Straight over the top. And that is what you call a dry rub. We're going to cut into these, or I'm going to turn them over so we can see where we're going. They're really soft. Absolutely beautiful. Let's have a bite in one of these. It's going to be smoking hot though. Oh my God. Seriously, give it a go. If you want to try something different, you're sick of the same old sweet ribs with smothered in sauce, damn, give these a go. These are absolutely sensational. Clean bite. Straight off the bone. Oh God. Done. Thanks guys.